I don't eat cookies, cakes, pancakes, donuts, pies, cheese, meat, eggs, honey. I don't eat pizza, ice cream, gummy bears, candies. Did I say candies? Nor I crave them, and I don't drink coffee. Am I a saint? Am I a paragon of willpower and discipline? Hello, I'm Janina Vlad, the founder of leanOnCarbs.com. I've lost 50 pounds without dieting, without calorie restrictions, without cutting out carbs, especially not cutting out carbs. These are my main source of calories, without crazy exercise, and without hunger, without cravings. And for the first time in my life, I managed to keep this weight off without effort, without problem. For the past 3 years and something, I stay lean and healthy. And the secret is this diet, high in carbohydrates and low in fat, low in protein. A diet that is, yes, focus on whole, high carb, plant-based vegan foods, which are fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Yes, with some nuts and seeds. Yes, with seaweed and mushrooms and spices and herbs. But the bulk are fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. And you can too. You can reap the benefits of this lifestyle as I did. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, because one of my future videos is what I ate in a day in our trip in Dubai. So if you want to see that, activate the notification bell to make sure you won't miss it. I am not a saint, guys. I say this and I filmed this video because I'm often accused that I am a superhuman. Yes, Janina, you can do this. You can stay on track. You can eat that pure food and never eat an ice cream because you are different. You are a unicorn. You have self-control. You are a paragon of self-control and discipline. And I'm not. I'm not, guys. I am the same person I was 15 years ago. I'm the same person I was 10 years ago when I didn't have this diet. Actually, 10 and something years ago, because 10 years ago in 2014, I started eating in abundance these carbohydrates-rich foods that are also rich in fiber. So back then, yes, I was eating pies and chocolate and donuts and pancakes and eggs and honey. I was eating all those foods. And I was trying to be vegan because in 2011, I discovered vegetarianism, and I wanted to follow that path, to embrace those values. But I couldn't. Because I crave a lot. On my channel, guys, on my channel, I have a lot of videos about cravings and why do you crave and why did I crave? Because it's not rocket science. All of us are craving when we don't eat enough nutrition that is required in our human cells. When we don't feel the needs, the nutritional needs of our bodies, of course we crave. And we crave when we don't eat enough calories, on top of not having the right nutrition for our human species. I was craving a lot, mostly in my diets, in those times when I was cutting down calories, when I was restricting. Yes, when you restrict calories, of course you crave more. It's something natural. It's in our body for our good, to survive, to make sure we find enough food, to make sure we put food on our priority list. It's our priority to find more calories. And on top of having a diet that doesn't give us enough calories, yes, people have a diet that is poor in nutrition. So not enough minerals, not enough vitamins, not enough antioxidants. and polyphenols, not enough fiber for God's sake, and not enough water. And that's why I'm here to tell you, you can do the same. I'm not the same. I'm not a paragon of self-control and discipline. I'm not. I'm the same person I was. But what changed is not that with age I became more disciplined and stronger. And yes, more wise and more, what was the word for this? In equilibrium. More moderate. Yes, I don't have more moderation with age. Is not working like that in our animal body. We have needs, nutritional needs, and doesn't matter your age. You will have and you will crave at 80, at 100 years old if you fail to provide the nutrition for your body. So what changed is my diet. I have this, let's say that it's a super powerful diet. Because this diet that is focused on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, starchy vegetables, and legumes is the more nutrient-dense diet on earth. So the ratio nutrients to calorie is the highest in these foods. For example, comparing with other foods, let's say comparing with meat, yes, you will have more minerals, more vitamins, not to mention more fiber, because in meat you have zero fiber, and our digestive system relies on fiber, guys. It's 2024. Wake up! If you don't provide fiber with every bite, with every spoon of your food, you are wasting time and you are damaging your health, your digestive health, your immunity, your gut bacteria, your mental health, your overall health. So, comparing these foods with meat, yes, you will have much more nutrition per every calorie than when you ingest meat. And comparing with junk food as well. So, this is not an empty word, that nutrient-dense foods. This is for real. You have to understand that food is for nurturing our body, is for calories, for energy, to give us the fuel to function, to think, and to sleep, and to work, and to walk. But also to give us the most amount of nutrition with every bit of that fuel. So with every calorie in these fruits and vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains and legumes comes the most amount of minerals, vitamins, fiber, antioxidants, polyphenols, and other phytochemicals. These are our best friend. This nutrition aligns the best with our body, with our species, because this nutrition comes with the right amount of fatty acids, so with fats, with the right amount, because we don't need much, guys. We don't need more than 30 grams of fat a day. We don't. And with these foods, with these calories that are mainly from carbs, from carbohydrates, come the enough amount and in the right amount of amino acids. With proteins, more is not better. Come on, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is the irony of the century, that this society that suffers from an overload of protein because we are so focused on the wrong nutrient, on the wrong macronutrient, it is protein. And we have these damages in our body, in our organs, in our kidneys, in our liver, in our heart, in our brain, in our endocrinal system, in our overall system, because we eat too much protein, and this society fears that they will lack some kind of essential amino acids when they adopt this diet. But I digress. the subject, the theme of this video is that I'm not a saint. You can be this superwoman, superman when adopting and understanding that you need to eat enough calories when adopting this diet. You can be this superhuman in our family. In our family, in your family. You can be this model for everybody around. In my family, I am regarded as this superwoman that never eats pizza, never crave pies, and my mother bake a lot of pies and other cookies, never eat cheese and other animal products, of course, because I am vegan. Yes, I succeeded, and I succeed in staying vegan for the past 10 years plus. Yes, plus 10 years plus, due to my diet that is high in calories, the right calories. I never eat in deficit, but enough amount of calories because I don't overeat on calories. Because having these foods that are high in fiber and water, I have a bulk. I have large portions where the majority of the weight in those large portions are coming from 0 calories nutrition, fiber and water. So, of course, I am more satisfied with my meals, and that's why I stay away from cravings, because I don't feel the hunger. When I'm hungry, I go for my foods. And that's the reason why, after a while, everybody, when eating enough fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains and legumes, don't crave. Because the gut bacteria will change. You will have now the right families that are fed on these new foods you are ingesting. And with these new populations of the right and the beneficial gut bacteria, you will crave more of the same. Because you make a switch in your gut microbiota. You will start to that the pathogens, the bacteria, the viruses, the fungi, all the microbes that live inside of us that are fed on fat and sugar and flour and other nutrition that is coming from processed plants and from animal products, you will starve those bacteria. So you won't crave anymore those kind of foods. And that's why for people that is now on this standard diet, it's hard to grasp a life without cravings. And I often hear, I don't want to live a life without cakes. I don't want to live a life without cheese. Come on, Janine, I'm not like you. I'm not superhuman. I love my pies. Guys, I loved my pies as well, a lot. I used to bake pies and pies after pies and cookies and cakes and birthday cakes and pancakes and donuts. Come on, guys. It's not you. Because you say, I am a foodie. I'm a foodie. I'm a gourmet. I love these foods. Yeah, you are a saint. You don't love these foods, but I do. I do love my cakes. I do love my cheese. It's not your cheese. Come on. I was like that. I was in your shoes. This is not a fixed situation. This can be changed. You have to understand that your perspective will change dramatically when you change the diet, when you adopt these foods. You will see that it's not a lie. I'm not a paragon of willpower and discipline. I'm not a saint. I'm not a superhuman. I'm not. I used to love so much chocolate. And I believed a life without chocolate is miserable. I don't want to live a life where I cannot indulge and enjoy my chocolate. And I am here 4 years, 5 years, I think 4 years, chocolate free. And I don't crave it. It's not like I'm doing a sacrifice over here. I'm not. I simply don't crave it. And if for you right now, a life without a glass of wine, without a beer, without your, I don't know, other alcohol beverages, and a life without cakes and cookies and ice cream seems so miserable, hard, and like not enjoying food, not enjoying life. What's the point of this life without these foods that are actually not foods, are junk, are poor in nutrition and very high in the wrong nutrition for our human species, so they promote disease and obesity. So if you are right now in this spot, please take it one step at a time. So I have a homework for you. I have an assignment for you, because just speaking over here and you hearing the knowledge doesn't help you much. You have to implement it. You have to feel it, to experiment it, to really understand what I'm saying over here. You can read in the comments people that didn't ever believe in this dramatic change when you eat fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and starchy vegetables, and avoid altogether animal products and processed plant-based foods. You can see them in the comments. After a week, they can feel better. They can understand this reality without cravings, because they say, I crave less. It's unbelievable. When you eat enough amount of bananas, you won't crave a cookie. You won't crave donuts when you eat enough amount of carbohydrates. When you fuel your body with the right macronutrients that bring the right micronutrients, you won't crave. And your assignment is this. Start slowly, and the first week, change only the breakfast. You don't have to commit right now at a whole life without your wine, cakes, gummy bears, ice cream, cheese. You don't. Please change only the breakfast. And the assignment is this. For the next 7 days, please eat only oatmeal with bananas. You can, of course, be creative with your oatmeal. You can find ideas on internet with the oil-free, low-fat. So please, just 10 grams of nuts in your oatmeal. Don't go overboard. Don't go overboard with nuts and seeds. 10 grams in your oatmeal for the nice texture is enough. Walnuts are great. You can put as well almonds. You can have hemp seeds, chia seeds. You can have flax seeds. But the oatmeal has to have enough oats, because we need carbohydrates and we need enough of it. Especially if you are overweight, your meal should be 800 calories plus. So, if you have your oatmeal in a small bowl, like having 80 grams of dry oats, is not enough. It's not enough. Please have a bigger bowl to have room for adding after the oats, the fruits. And a nice combination for the beginner stage on a whole food, plant-based, because you don't have the beneficial bacteria that's going to help you with breaking those fiber. It's better to stay with bananas. Bananas are king and queen and God and angels. Bananas. So have your oats, like at least 100 grams. If you are overweight, 150 to 100 grams of dry oats, and cover them with triple, 2.5, 3 per amount of boiled water. So if you have 100 grams of oats, you put 300 grams of boiled water at least, and let them soak for 30 minutes. So prepare your oatmeal in advance, not in the moment you go in the kitchen to eat. Before going for other activities in the morning, in your morning routine, please do your bowl. There are people that are creating this oatmeal from the night before. It's a way to do it, of course, but I prefer my oatmeal to be warm, and I avoid at all costs at all costs the microwave. I have a video planned, it's not filmed, with the damage and why I do not recommend using a microwave. So having a oatmeal, overnight oatmeal, and if you wanted to eat it warm, yes, you have to use a microwave. That's why I'm saying to you right now, please make your oatmeal in that morning to be warm. If you love your oatmeal warm, if you love it and you like it cold, it's not a problem. Do it overnight. So after soaking all those big flakes, I prefer big flakes because they are not that processed like finely melt oat flakes. You add plant milk. I prefer soy milk, unsweetened, and it's just soybeans and water. But you do you. You can experiment with other plant milks, but be careful not to have a fatty one like coconut milk or almond milk that it's higher in fat. You can use almond milk if that is not that high in fat. And you cover, like, let's say 200 milliliters, 300 milliliters, 400 milliliters of plant milk. That's why you need a big bowl, like I said, because at the end of creating your oatmeal, you will have 2 pounds of an oatmeal. Yes, with the water in, with the plant milk in, and with the fruits in. And that's the idea, to have the bulk as well, because that bulk, that water plus fiber, means satiety, means keeping you full for hours and staying away from cravings. That's why, after adding plant milk, you chop 2-3 bananas. If you are used to digesting apples that are a bit problematic at the beginning, if you are coming after a standard diet that it's very low in fruits and fresh fruits, very low in apples, very low in fiber, you can have digestive problems after eating half an apple. So avoid apple if you are like that. If you are already eating apples, yes, you can have apple in your oatmeal with cinnamon. You can have a teaspoon of PB2, this powder of peanut butter that it's not degressed, it's low in fat. Yes, it's processed food. Of course, I'm not recommending to rely on processed foods, but you are transitioning. So in this time, it's allowed. 1 teaspoon is not a big deal and will increase your experience, will increase your enjoyment with that food. And this is your food. This is your food. You can have berries. You can have, like I said, on top of that, 10 grams, 15 grams, let's say, of walnuts. If you want to increase the flavor of that walnuts, please soak them in water. Oh my God, soaked walnuts are amazing, and that will increase the digestion of those nuts and the absorption of the nutrients in those nuts. So that's your assignment. For the next 7 days, you have this breakfast. And come back after those 7 days in the comments and please share your experience. You will see how life can be different and you can crave less and think about donuts and think about cakes and cookies and pies less. Just because you have more carbohydrates, the right ones, the natural ones, the ones that come with nutrition, with the right nutrition for our body, with enough fiber as well. So when you eat enough bananas, and in this oatmeal is only 3 bananas, you can increase this amount of bananas in time, and you can have this breakfast only with bananas. But let's start with the oatmeal for this week. When you have bananas, you have enough fructose. And when you eat enough bananas, of course, not 1 banana, you have the simple sugars in enough amount. And that's why you won't crave more sugary foods. Because when you crave a cookie, you crave especially the simple sugars in a cookie. And yes, the calories as well, because no cookie in the world comes without fats. So it's a high in density, calorie density food that your body craves because your body is like in a starvation mode and craves more calories and more calories packed per every bite. But these fruits, vegetables, starchy vegetables, whole grains, and legumes are very low in calories per bite. That's why they promote satiety with a fewer calories, and that's why they are the best foods for weight management. And for health as well, like I said, they nourished our body with the right kind of nutrition. That's why they prevent and reverse chronic conditions. They are the best foods on earth to promote health, well-being, and longevity. And the best foods for our waistline. Yes, because everybody wants to be skinny. Everybody wants it, and everybody can. I'm not a superhuman. I'm not a superhuman. I'm not an unicorn. So that's your assignment. Please adopt this breakfast for the next 7 days. And in the next video, we will talk about the lunch, because for the following 7 days, you will swap the lunch as well. Until then, you stick with your normal foods. You stick with whatever you eat right now. And of course, you pay attention to your craving cues, to your thoughts. Until the next time, please watch my other videos I already created about why these foods are the best for weight loss and to stay away from cravings. And go to watch all my videos, because if that's your goal, to lose weight once and for all, to stay lean, to have a low healthy BMI for the rest of your life, if health is your goal, because you understand that being healthy is the biggest treasure a human can have, yes, binge and watch all my other 50 plus videos. It's a lot of valuable content over there. And you can understand better this concept. If you want more help from me, if after all those videos you want more support, more accountability, and more help from somebody that walked in that path, that made mistakes, and that is here to prove that this diet, this lifestyle is possible for everybody, please hire me as your coach. I'm here to help you. You don't have to do this by yourself. You for sure can do it. But if you find it confusing and if you find it overwhelming, that's why I'm here. And if you have the money, why not? Yes, cut corners, man, if you don't have a whole life to figure it out. That was my video for today. Please like it, share it, comment, subscribe for more, activate the notification bell to make sure you don't miss a future video. And until the next time, please go to watch this video with my 5 staple foods I had in my diet when I've lost weight, and they are still in my diet now when I'm maintaining my weight loss results.